you own the content and you own the distribution because you distribute through your things. But in this new world, there are really many players all jockeying for a piece of the action. You have, of course, the content providers in this world, but you also have the telecom providers who are investing billions of dollars in laying fiber and cable and broadband, who need to make money out of their investment. You have the OTTs or over-the-top providers who use the internet to deliver services to you. Then you have the guys who provide walled gardens, who provide their own devices and then make you stay within the walled garden inside their tablet. So you have this four-way juxtaposition that is going to happen between content providers, telecom providers, OTT players, and the walled garden device players. And therefore, figuring out this new landscape of how these things are going to interact and how do you keep your place in that is really going to be a very, very important strategic thing that we have to look at. But as I said, the advantage we have in India or in this South Asia region is that we can see the trends that have happened elsewhere. And if we are able to move quickly, decisively, proactively, and essentially make sure that whatever brands, whatever content that we have, migrate to these new platforms such that they're trusted brands or trusted sources for our readers, then that's the best way I think you can have the stickiness of the reader and of the person. So I think this is really, in some sense, a wonderful opportunity. On the one side, you have a young population, you have a population whose literacy is going dramatically, you have a population whose knowledge of English is going up dramatically, you have a population which is far more mobile, you have a population which has far more access to aspirational content and therefore is very ambitious and looking at the future. So you have this whole thing happening on the one side, and on the other side you have this entire Moore's law operating inexorably in technology, which is going to really change the way that we have people have access, and I think as this is not far away. I think the notion that this is far away, I think we should dismiss that notion that this is something that will happen in India in a long time. I don't buy that. I mean, just look at tablets. I mean, 3 years back, there was no such animal called as a tablet. And today, tablet sales are already, in the next 2 to 3 years, will increase more than laptop sales. I mean, it's happening at phenomenal speed. I mean, 5 years back, there was no such concept as an app store. And today on the App Store, you are able to buy a few 100,000 applications. But several, and today, because also the business models have changed. It's important to understand that in the old model of computers, the people sold money by selling hardware and software, right? So you went and you bought a PC, or you went and bought an OS from somebody, or you went and bought an office automation package. You paid for it because the business model was selling hardware or selling software licenses. The new business models are not about selling hardware or software. They're either about providing a platform for commerce where you make money on transactions, or they are a platform for advertising where you make money on ad click-throughs. And therefore, when your business model moves away from selling the product to making money from subscriptions, transactions, or advertising, then it is in your strategic interest to make that device as cheap and ubiquitous as possible. Whereas if you are selling hardware and software, you have to make money on hardware and software. Whereas if you are making money on subscriptions, commerce, and advertising, then you actually want to give away that hardware or software at a cheap price, so that more and more people will buy things on your device or see ads on your device. And therefore this fundamental shift, I mean, for example, the way Amazon is underpricing the Fire and so forth. So this fundamental shift where the business model, the economic return is based on not on selling a thing, but using that thing as a platform to provide services on which you can make a few rupees on every transaction, or a few rupees on every ad you click, or by subscribing to content. That fundamental change which is happening is extremely disruptive, even in the technology industry, which is why you see that the technology industry value is moving to new kinds of companies. And therefore, I think it's very, very important, as you all think about it, I'm sure you'll be doing that in the next couple of days, to really understand the interplay of all these various trends of population, of demographics, of aspiration, of urbanization, of technology, of the rise of this new class of solutions that involve large clouds, big data, small devices at cheap prices, and this whole interplay between content providers, telecom providers, over-the-top companies, and over-the-top kind of service providers, and the wall garden kind of guys, and see how do we take advantage of this changing environment and really do something very, very different.